Question 4a. We need to write this ratio in its simplest form. 1 hour to every 24 minutes. So you notice the units are different. So to start with, we can write both of them in minutes. So 1 hour we know is 60 minutes to 24 minutes. And then we just need the highest common factor between these two numbers here to simplify. So 12 is going to be the highest common factor between 60 and 24. So if we divide both of these by 12, we get 60 divided by 12 is 5, and 24 divided by 12 is 2. So in its simplest form, this ratio is 5 to 2. Okay, for question 4b, part 1, we're told she spends time on the phone and on the computer in the ratio of 5 to 7. So one day Jessica worked for a total of 6 hours, and we need to calculate how long she spent on the phone. So if we're in this ratio here, phone to computer, that means phone will be 5 and the computer part will be 7. So altogether then, we've got 5 parts on the phone, 7 parts on the computer. So altogether there is 12 parts, and she spent 5 of these parts on the phone, so 5/12 of the time on the phone, and she worked a total of 6 hours. So it'll be 5/12 of 6 is going to be our answer, so times 6, and you can work that out on your calculator, or you can do it by hand. So we've got 5 times 6, this is the same as 6 over 1, it's going to equal 30 over 12. 12 goes into 30 2 times with 6 remainder, so 6 over 12, and 6 over 12, well that's the same as 1 over 2, so our answer then is going to be 2.5, or we can write it as 2.5 hours. Okay, so that's 4b part 1, and now we'll go and look at 4b part 2. Question 4b part 2. Jessica recorded the number of hours she worked each day for 11 days, and we need to work out the mean time. Okay, so to work out the mean of a set of numbers, remember we just add up all the numbers, we get that total, and then we divide by how many numbers there are. So we know there are 11 numbers because she recorded the number of hours she worked for 11 days. So what we're going to do then is add up 6 plus 7 plus 6 plus 5.5 plus and so on up to plus 7, last number there, and then divide it by 11. So let's get our calculator and work this out. So we'll have then 6 plus 7 plus 6 plus, and then that's 5.5, so plus 5.5, and then plus 3 plus 1.5, so plus 1.5, and then plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 7. So you just need to be careful here, you get all the numbers, we don't miss any or do any twice. So we know that that equals 62. So this equals then 62, and we're dividing it by the amount of numbers we had, which is 11. And we can leave our answer as a fraction if we want. We can turn this into a mixed number. So 11 goes into 62 5 times. 11 times 5 is 55, and there's 7 left over, so it'll be 5 and 7 over 11. Or you can just do it straight on the calculator and get decimal, so do 62 divided by 11. So we have 62 divided by 11, so that equals 5.6363, etc. 5.6363, and that just goes on. And remember, at the start of the test, it says to round non-exact answers to 3 significant figures. So this here to 3 significant figures. So we start counting from the 5. That's 1, 2, 3. We look at this next number here. So that is 5 or more. So we round up. So this then becomes 5.64 hours. Okay, so you could leave it as 5 and 7/11 hours or 5.64 hours. Okay, so that is 4B part 2. Now for question 4C, we have to find the median of these 10 numbers. Okay, so when you want to find the median, we put the numbers in order first, and then we take the middle number. Okay, so putting these in order, well, our smallest number looks like 6. So we'll start with 6, and then we've got 8, and then we've got 9, and then we've got a 10, and then 11, and then 12, and then 14, and then we've got 16, we've got 2 of them. So 16, 16, and then our last number is going to be 20. So now we want to find the middle numbers. So we've got 10 numbers. So to find the middle number, you can just take the amount of numbers we've got, which is 10. If we add 1 and divide by 2, that is going to be 11/2, which equals 5.5. So we've got an even number of numbers, 10 numbers here. So the 5.5 or 5.5th number is going to be our middle number. So if we count along, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5.5 would actually be in here. And then we have our 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th number. So what we do then is we take the average, or we would take the mean of the middle 2 numbers. So you can see we've got 4 numbers now on each side. So 6, 8, 9, 10, we've got 4 numbers there, and we've got 4 numbers here. So we've got these middle 2 numbers, 11 and 12, so we just take the mean of them. So we go 11 plus 12, and divide that by 2, so that is equal to 23 divided by 2, which is 11.5 or 11.5. Okay, so that finishes off question 4.